I'm curious what you think of Barack Obama. Obviously, a lot of people thought he was going to be the savior and he was going to bring us change, partly because he had all those placards that said change. What do you think? How much has he delivered that, and what's your analysis of it?
I try not to get optimistic about superficial suggestions. On a personal, charismatic level, I think Barack Obama seemed like a really lovely man. He sort of spoke differently from other politicians, but I think it's impossible for the system that we currently have to provide us with real change. The system prevents it. The system prevents it. The system will filter out any individuals that would present any realistic change. That is the function of the system, to prevent the parameters stretching. The only way change can come is from outside of that system. As one of your main men there, Thomas Jefferson, said, every generation should have a revolution.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. I mean, what do I know? But that's my best guess too. That when they saw Barack Obama, he got a lot of funding because they realized, oh, this guy's cool. He's not going to really bring us any change. He's going to give a good face of change. Hey, look at that. It looks like we made some cosmetic change. But his mentor in the Senate was Joe Lieberman. He's going to do pretty much everything that the establishment is fairly comfortable with. And hence we're going to keep on going in the same direction. I don't know. I bet if you told Obama that he would think that it was wildly unfair. Do you think that's fair? And do you think he's wrong? Do you think he thinks to him like that he's tricked himself into thinking that he's brought about some dramatic change?
I wonder what happens. Presumably he's a human being like any of us and sort of loves his kids and loves his missus and all that stuff. But all I can think, May, is that we have to focus on deconcentration of power. Any system that puts power in the hands of a few people, or, financial power in 0.01% of the population, for example, or the 7 heirs to the Walmart fortune having as much money as the 185 million poorest Americans, that kind of concentration of power is corrupt. And until that kind of concentration power is dissolved and shared, then there is no freedom, and no individual within that system can present realistic change, because as I've said to you before, that corruption exists within human beings. So we have systems, we need to encourage and implement systems that encourage change, fairness, justice, that prevent people rising to the top of the pyramid because there's no pyramid to rise to the top of. And we have an ecological imperative like no time in history because we're rapidly burning up the planet's resources.